Hold on, I gotta put on my glasses so y'all know I'm serious today. I ain't playing no games.
Ready for action, living in the bug, we never relaxing. Outcast is everlasting, not clashing, not at all. But see, my what to do.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ree. Hi, on this channel we talk about a lot of things, mainly travel, life, and beauty. So if you're interested in those things, make sure you hit that subscribe. We are talking about one of our favorite topics because we're never scared. We're talking about moolah today. All about the money. Dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bill. All of it. All of the dance moves you could think about. And basically I want to share this video because I normally talk about this on my channel, very much not unfamiliar or new. You guys know I am a budget queen. Being the CPA that I am by profession, I do a lot of personal finances, a lot of budget planning, money planning, all of that talkity talk. I do a lot of that just by nature, pretty much. So I wanted to take the challenge and I wanted to spend at least a full year figuring out what it is to be you. No shade, no disrespect. I wanted to understand what it is to not have a budget, to just plan life by the vibes, to just live as you would live day to day. Really just collect a check, spend a check, collect a check, spend a check. I fell apart. I stumbled. I was mentally confused and I very much had no financial clarity, no financial awareness about where my money went at the end of 2024. So I highly recommend don't do that. Do better, you know, the basics. But no, on a serious note, I just feel as though we're always going to be broke or constantly crying broke if we're not taking the necessary steps to do better. So this is why I wanted to create this video with you guys, starting off the first month of the year with our money plan, with our budget. I use the terms interchangeably because some people get triggered when they hear budget and they think it restrains you. So a lot of times I like to say, well, what is our plan or what is our money dashboard going to be, to just, you know, reframe our negative thoughts around budgeting. But honestly, y'all, if you're ever wondering, how can I do better with my finances? The first thing I would do to better that and to like actually improve when it comes to your money is to create a plan, is to start a budget. And don't be scared. I know it's hard and I know it's like the extra steps, but I honestly think it's worth it. And I think it'll provide you the financial clarity you need to buy the house, to pay off the car, to save the emergency fund, to catch the flights. Like, you can use your money in so many different ways and ways to better your own life. So never ever be scared of the moolah. In fact, we master money so that we can take off and live our happy dream life. I love that. Alrighty, so in this video, super exciting, I'll be showing you guys my 2025 budget sort of sneaks and peeks. I actually sold my previous budget template. I have that still linked on my digital products Etsy shop. It's called the Do Better Budget, but I'm calling this one maybe the Do Better Budget 2.0 because it has a lot more going into it. Every month has its own tab and it's a bit more concise. And for the people who want to spend a little bit more time diving into each month where their money goes, this one would probably be a bit better for you. Okay, so I'm gonna put back on my glasses so we can talk money and get into our budget. I just feel so smart on this. Something about my Steve Urkel is being activated and I just love that for me. Okay, so I have my budget in front of me. I'm here in my office. I'm looking at my handy dandy tools. And the first thing I like to do before breaking things down by numbers and actually actualizing and visualizing what that money would look like is I like to have a goal in place. So if you watch my 30 by 30 video, or maybe you watch my 2025 reset, then you already know we have our financial goals in place. I actually have 3 core financial goals. I'll share them with you guys here just for the sake of the video. I mean, yeah, definitely go watch those, but just because I like you and I see promise in your eyes, I'm going to tell you what my financial goals are this year. And then be sure to subscribe. Stay a while. Be so fun. Anyway, be sure to subscribe because we'll be going through these in our monthly reset routine and actually tracking how we're gonna accomplish these goals. So we're not just talking about it, we're actually tracking it and doing it, and that's gonna be really fun. I love that for us. So I have 3 core financial goals for 2025. The first one, pay off my car loan. I bought a car back in 2022 and I would like to pay it off at the end of the 3-year mark, which will be end of 2025. So I lied, I bought my car in 2021. So we're approaching the 4-year mark, which is more than what I ever wanted to do. So I want to pay off this car this year. So I'm very focused on that. And then the second financial goal is actually sort of a treat for paying off the first financial goal. But after I pay off my car, I want to treat myself to another luxury bag or a luxury designer purchase. You know, maybe a Louis V, maybe a YSL. I have a YSL on my vision board, so it's kind of like speaking to me. But I want to do that after I hit my financial goal. I'm starting to use luxury design purchases as treats and rewards for hitting huge milestones and accomplishments in my life versus just sporadic shopping, which I did in 2024. I'm trying to improve as a person. Do you see the effort? Love that. And my third financial goal is to reinstate my emergency fund with at least $5,000. So my car loan is currently sitting at $20,000. The luxury bag, I'm on a budget at about probably $2,000. And then my emergency fund, I want to reinstate that at $5,000. So currently my core goals, we're currently looking at about 20 plus 2 plus 5. Yep, we're looking at $27,000 worth of financial goals, which is, I think, not too bad. It is a bit heavy, but it's doable. And for me, that step is necessary because as you go into your budget, it is good to have in the back of your mind the goals so that you can implement them into the budget. So I'm going to be adding into my debt clearing portion of my budget me actually paying off my car and stuff like that. You get me? So it's like a part of my budget versus being like a very sporadic thing that I have in the back of my mind. Do you see how I create intention behind my goals? Are you not impressed? I know. Okay, so let me share my screen and then I'll hop into my budget and share with you guys what that looks like. And then all of my budget is done on Google Sheets, just in case I want to update my budget, but maybe I don't have my personal laptop in front of me, or really you could use Google Sheets on your phone and I just want to update real time. I prefer Google Sheets because it travels everywhere with you. So it's able to just, you know, move while you move, just like that. So financial goals, check. And we found a budget template that we enjoy. You can use my budget template if you need to. I will have it linked down below for your perusing pleasure. But if you already have a budget template or if you want to create your own, by all means, I'm very impressed. Do what you need to do, type of thing. There's no pressure at all. But I'll open up mine because this is what I'll be using, and I'm very excited to do this with y'all. I love talking money. These are the things that separate us from our goals and our dreams. Money. So we can't be afraid of it. We have to embrace it and we have to tackle it. Yeah. Boop, boop. All right, y'all. So hopefully you guys can see, but I'm sharing my screen. This is our 2025 money dashboard. So within it, I would have had all the formulas built in and everything would be linked to what you actually create in your monthly tabs. But this is just an annual picture of it. I'm breaking up everything into 5 segments. First one would be income, how much money is actually coming in. Then second step would be debt. This is anything like a loan, your mortgage, anything related to credit that you have. And then savings would be an emergency fund. Maybe you do sinking funds for your spending, like that's where savings would go. And then bills would be down here. So I determine bills as more of your fixed expenses. So my bills would be my electricity, maybe my water, anything related to the house that I know I have monthly bills attached to it. So you get me. Bills are more like your monthly spend related to like your living and your lifestyle and stuff like that. Whereas expenses are actually going to be maybe things I can have a little bit more control about. So my shopping, my travel, eating out, groceries, like things that are variable are what I categorize as expenses. So if you know like, okay, it's fixed and it's typically X amount of money a month, then I will put that as bills. But if you know that, there is no telling what I can do when I go in a grocery store or when I eat out, or I don't have that money necessarily, or I don't know, or I can't necessarily track how that money looks every month because it differs, I would put it in expenses. But as you guys can see, this is our annual money board. Very, very proud of it. And down here, we just have our financial goals. So for me, I would input my 3 financial goals here, but for the template's sake and for your sake as well, because we all have different money goals, I'm sure. Here, it just says get money, save money, invest money, just as a quick little joke. And there's a reminder down here, positive affirmations, which we love, which says this will be a good year. Just to remind us all that this doesn't have to be a dreadful process. This can be very positive, fun, and light, which we love. So if I go down here to this tab, this is going to be our January tab. So the first thing I will do and the first thing I'm going to do is input all of my paychecks and my salary and into the budgeted amount. So if I know that I get about $1,500 each bi-weekly, I would input that there. Sometimes obviously it can fluctuate from your actuals because maybe you did overtime or maybe you did something additional at work, maybe you got a bonus or something like that. Then that would obviously impact your actual. But in terms of your budget, in terms of what you know you can expect at the end of the year, should you continue your full-time employment, if you're like me and you have a 9-to-5, then that would go in there. And then obviously I would add in any side income that I have. For me, that would be my Google AdSense. I normally budget about $100 a month because for me, that's the lowest that I would like it to go. Sometimes it goes lower, God forbid. But now that I'm a consistent queen, I expect at least $100 a month, so I would budget that. And obviously you can include other side hustles. Maybe you do beauty services, maybe you do other things on the side, and it's consistent income as you can expect. I would include that in your budget as well. And I like that, y'all, this is now monthly, so it doesn't look as overwhelming as our last budget, because previously we were looking at everything as like a whole annual picture and it can get a bit confusing. But when you just click on your one tab and you just focus on your 1 month, I think you're able to lock in a bit better. So our next step here would definitely be debt. If you have credit card debt you're trying to pay off, this could be credit card payments or maybe your minimum credit card payment, then I would put in anything. Like for me, my car loan, I would input that, and I would just input the budgeted amount because I know that doesn't change. And I just want to separate debt because a lot of times we can maybe pay a bit more, pay a bit less. As I have stated in my financial goals, I want to pay a bit more, so this allows me to maybe keep better track of that. Next up, we have savings over here, emergency fund. Maybe you're saving towards a new house, a new car. You can input that there. And then down here as well, we have bills. It could be your rent, your mortgage. Peppa, what happened? You good? Okay. In our overall monthly view of every tab, we just have a positive affirmation. 2, that I love, money flows to me, because that's something I highly believe in. And the second one is going to be my financial future is secure. Just to remind yourself that you're okay, your money is fine. Sometimes we feel like we're doing a horrible job. Positive affirmations help to uplift our spirits. So after savings, my next step would be to input my bills, which would be my mortgage, my electricity, my water, my phone, my cable, and my internet. I don't really do a lot of subscriptions. So most of my subscriptions are linked to my business, so I don't include that there. But obviously you could also include your Netflix, your anything like that, that is like a constant money that you pay every month. That would be a good place for you to put bills as well. And the last bucket of places that we're going to input is going to be our expenses. So car expenses, servicing your car, gas, groceries, medical expenses, entertainment, going out, beauty, getting facials, getting your nails done. That's where all of that will go. And we also have a cute little pie chart in this template that shows me how I'm actually spending my miscellaneous money each month, because a lot of times I think I'm eating out a lot or I'm maybe spending too much on beauty. So it just shows me better ways of me to say, okay, maybe I can eat out less and try to cut back X amount of money. So when I look at it from this perspective, I'm able to obviously keep track of my actual expenditure going through the month. And then I can obviously just make sure that I'm spending within the budgeted frame I have in mind. Whew. And then this exact tab is replicated for the next 12 months. So I'm just gonna go in and input my salary, my budgeted expenditure, all of my bills, all of my loans. It's a bit of a sensitive information, so I'm not gonna show you guys my numbers, but I want to show you guys the template, just so if you need something, give it a go. So our budget is there. We know how much money we can collect for the whole year. We know how we're spending each money for the whole month. What would be our next steps? Number one, see if there's any opportunities for additional sources of income within ourselves. Maybe you're passionate about braiding hair. Maybe you have some sort of passion within you that you know can make money in the future. Seeing if you can get that off the ground and input it so you can increase your sources of income. Or the second step, in order to make more moolah and have a better money plan, is to see where you can cut back. So maybe I budgeted $300 for groceries every month, seeing if I can get that to like $200 and actually having my $200 set out. And if I don't, and if I'm hungry type of thing. Or maybe seeing if you can cut back in a beauty expense, something like that. So those would be for me the next steps that I would encourage you to take and that I'm going to take to see if I can make my money just flip a switch in 2025. If not, no biggie, but at least I can say I gave it all I had. And then I want to provide you guys with some fun financial resources if you're ever interested in learning more about personal finance and stuff like that. So I have 2 books that I already read and then 1 book that I'm about to read. So it's going to be You Are a Badass and Making Money by Jen Sincero. Absolutely love this book because it just encourages you to think about money in an abundant mindset and really attract money to your life and know that if you're spending it, it's going to come back. So if you want to increase your abundance mindset, highly recommend that one. And also Smart Women Finish Rich by David Botch. That has a lot of information that might more be linked to maybe the US market, but I still think that book had a lot of nuggets that you can use into your actual life. That's really it for this video. Just wanted to share with you guys high level what I'm doing to better my money for this year. It's 2025. We got this. We can do this. We can make that money. We can save that money. We can buy that house. We can buy that car. We just have to set ourselves up for success. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. What is one thing that you're really hoping for this year? If you don't mind sharing, so we can keep each other accountable and strengthen our community. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you. I value you. Yeah, you bad. See you on the next one. Bye.